I raised my sister. You are South African, you know your brothers and you know your sisters. You are too lazy. This is true. Lazy. You know what I'm saying. You are too lazy. You don't want to work. I don't know what type of you want anything for Mahara, everything for free. You just need free money. As you now, you are busy chasing people out of here, but you don't want to work. You are still staying inside your house, but you want money. Are you okay? Are you okay? You are crazy. You must be stupid. I'm telling you, I'm leaving. I'm not going to come again. But if you want to be successful in your life, you have to think and you have to be work as a slave. Don't just sit inside the house and be busy chasing someone. Still, you're going to be the same. You're going to chase someone who's going to go. You are killing your own industry. You are killing your own economy because someone is going and the factory is killed. That factory was supposed to pay the tax.
Daddy, How are you, my boy? Wait. Your best take us nice. I don't take you, no. Hello? Amaka? Legit. What we are proud of you. The president of South Africa. The president of South Africa. I'm shaking. We are happy.
South Africans, I have some bad news. Yesterday, PhakeluMthakathi betrayed every single one of us. As for why he did it, we still don't know. Tomorrow is June 30th, the planned day for the March and March movement protests. It is at this exact critical moment that PhakeluMthakathi decided to strike. This one hits different because of the timing. It didn't just happen out of nowhere. It happened at the absolute 11th hour. At this point, all we can say is that we feel sorry for our brother. Yesterday, PhakeluMthakathi, a man who has always been incredibly vocal against illegal foreigners, was caught on camera embracing Nigerians and declaring that he has no issues with them. It was a painful sight to behold. This is a man who routinely speaks harshly against Nigerians, but in yesterday's video, it looked as though he froze up out of fear the moment he saw them. It was completely unbelievable. The last time we saw something like this, it was Ngizwe Machunu, who was caught welcoming a German woman and going so far as to offer her citizenship. Now, Jacinta Zuma has been left to stand completely alone. Dear viewers, welcome back to the podcast. If you still stand by Jacinta Zuma after being betrayed by her closest ally, hit that like button right now and share this video. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Type Jacinta, we stand by you in the comments section below. Let's show her our support during this critical moment. Jabulani, roll the clip.
And Nigerians must be very careful. Nigerians are very bold and ignorant. They must be very careful. And other foreigners from other South African countries, they must disassociate themselves with Nigerians. Because Nigerians are the ones who are teaching people to be arrogant, are the ones who are teaching people to look down on South Africans and undermine South Africans. And this is a warning. We are men. We are too strong. We are stronger than them. We are a might. They mustn't seek for war. War is never a solution, because the war doesn't only kill those that are beaten. The war always kills from both sides, and we don't want that. We don't want the war. We do have the war. We have the power. We have men. We have our strategies, but we don't want to use that. We are saying just leave. Just leave the country. Leave our sisters. Leave our kids. Take away your drugs. Go feed your babies there. And what kind of men? Now they are showing that they are strong in South Africa. Why would you leave your wife and kids and want to be strong in another man's country? Nigerians must be careful. Actually, Nigerians, we issued on the 24th of May, we issued a statement that they must close all their businesses. So from tomorrow, we'll be checking all businesses that are owned by Nigerians, whether they are closed or not. We will check that up, and we are straightforward with it. We are not going to kill anyone. We are saying, let them close their shops. And Pakistanis and Somalis, they must vacate those spaza shops. Spaza shops belong to the South Africans. All those that are illegal immigrants and are owning saloons, they must vacate those shops. We don't care. You don't tell us what are we going to do after that. It's our country. We will decide. Don't ask us what we are going to do when you are gone. Just leave. This is our country. If we want to leave it hollow, we will leave it hollow. If we want to occupy it, we will occupy it. Don't ask us what we are going to do in our house. It's our house. It's our land. We are men, and we are standing up for this country. And this is not a joke. This is not a joke. All the leaders, Ndabezitha, who are supporting illegal immigrants, all the illegal immigrants in South Africa must go and build houses around that man's house.
Yes.
All the foreigners that are feeling that they are not safe, they must go and build shacks next to the leaders that are saying we must leave foreigners alone. They must just do us this favor and shut up, because we don't have time. We control the narrative of this country now. So we are not joking, and we are smart. We are 10 times smarter than those leaders who are saying...
He said it himself. He explicitly warned other illegal foreigners to dissociate themselves from illegal Nigerians. He said, and I quote, "Nigerians are very arrogant." But now, watch this next part. This is where the betrayal really sinks in. Jabulani, roll the clip.
Okay. I hear you, and I respect you, and I respect that. We have a government that has purported that South Africans are the priority. And the business in South Africa that has purported that their job is to make sure that they in doing business, the country must still, maintain their economy. They're employing our brothers from Africa. They are abusing them. They're exploiting them. And they are underpaying them. That kills the economy of the country. That's why. I cannot allow a white man to employ my Zimbabwean brother and abuse him. I would rather take that Zimbabwean guy and tell him to go back home rather than allowing that. I will never allow a Muslim guy, because of faith, because of their religion, to employ my fellow brothers and sisters from Malawi and abuse them and exploit them because of faith. We have a country we have laws, and those laws must be respected. And that is why we set up this deadline of the 30th. We did not say on the 30th people are going to be killed. We did not say on the 30th the shops are going to be looted. We said government work towards this deadline. Do something about the things that we are crying about. Sort out whatever we are complaining about. By the 30th, give us a report as to what have you done since we've started. Okay. That's why my movement is for men. But always women are welcome, because they don't want to be left out. But my movement is about moral regeneration. You are a man, my brother. You don't have to be complimented for doing what a man does. Don't expect your wife to say, "Oh, you are the best husband because you are loving your kids." You are doing what you're supposed to do.
You take your responsibility.
I'm a man in South Africa. I pay tax, and that tax I want to see where it's going. My tax can't go anywhere. It has to go to South Africans. And if you are coming from outside the country, come and respect the laws, abide by the laws, keep everything correct, and do your business. If you are doing business, pay taxes and everything. Now, my problem is here with you guys who are legal in the country. That is my biggest problem now. We don't see you condemning the wrongs that are done by the illegal immigrants in this country.
Are you guys listening now?
Yes.
Are you listening now?
You see, Mina, I don't like arguments, my brother. I'm a very positive person. I live a positive life.
To the point.
I promise you, there is no problem in this world that I cannot solve. I don't like arguing. And you guys must also, my brothers, you must learn that. Stop arguing. If you attend in a room, all of you are talking at the same time, it doesn't work.
No one is talking.
I'm asking you, I'm saying to you, I have a serious problem of the legal immigrants and foreigners in this country that are supporting the illegal wrongdoings of them. We don't see you as that's why you are going to be in the same basket. We want to see you come out and condemning this nonsense. Do you know how many death threats I get? Do you think I care? I would be standing in front of you like this. I would be standing around surrounded by you like this if I cared about death. I will die one day. Even if I'm doing this or not doing this, I will die one day. And death, my father passed away when I was 12. He told me about death. He educated me about death. It's nothing. You are something while you are still alive. You have to do everything while you are alive. Because one day you're going to pass away. But it will be a shame to your forefathers if you were to pass away and you haven't done anything.
There's no legacy.
In my culture, during the day, if my kids are going to go and play with your kids in your house, during the day, during lunch, you can feed them. Yeah. But when you are ready to give these kids the supper, because you are a man and you have a law in your house that says your son must not come back in your house after sunset. You must chase away my son around 4:30. Tell him, go and collect the goats for your father. Go and collect cows for your father. Go and make sure and see that all your livestock, your father's livestock is okay before the sunset. You are not chasing him away because of the food. You are chasing him away because you are a man. You need to uphold that law in your house.
Decision.
And you need to help this son, this boy of mine, to uphold the law, my laws in my house. Because your son is my son. If I'm not there, the boy must not be comfortable to do the wrong things in front of you as a father.
I understand.
This is what we are doing in South Africa. We are saying our father now is dishing breakfast, supper and dinner to the kids from the neighboring countries. He's forgotten about us. We are trying to remind him. That's all. There is no fight. That's why my organization, you will never see violence.
Yes.
You see, discipline 5,000 men. When I put a stick down, they all sit.
They all sit.
But that must tell you something about those men. You must respect them more than the man that walks there and say, "Hamba, hamba, hamba." We don't say that. We ask the government to correct the systems. We ask you guys to respect the laws of the country, and that's what we are standing for.
Thank you. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate you. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you.
Why? We did not organize a meeting yet.
No.
But we did not organize a meeting today.
Okay. We must organize.
I'm
the one who stopped you. Yeah.
This man said, let's stop and have a contact.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You need to leave tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The Nigerians in Durban, they are selling drugs there, and they are telling us in our faces that we are not men.
No, that's the wrong.
So you see, the reason why, if you guys remember, do you know when I started this? Do you know when I started intensifying? My campaign is 12 years old.
This campaign
is 12 years old. But, but because I'm peaceful, nobody looks at me until I change.
Until now.
Bafwet, I'm asking you, Bafwet, to talk to your brothers in Durban. They mustn't make those videos saying they're going to take our women, they're going to rape our children, they're going to take their land. We are getting scared when you say that. You know what I'm saying? When you do that, we are scared. We want to be proactive now and say, you know what, fuck this. If these guys are here, we have them. We've kept them in our house for 25 years, and now they are showing us the middle finger.
No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Not everyone.
So that is the reason why. Otherwise, why were you staying here for so long, my brother? Why we didn't kill you for so long? If we really are killers. But you can't say you're going to take the land. No. You're going to put your king here when we have our court. Then you're going to see me changing.
All right. Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss. Daddy, second two. Are you my boy? From Bulun. Yeah. Wait. Your best take us nice. Hello? Amaka? Legit. What we are proud of you. The president of South Africa. I'm shaking. We are happy.
Did you see that? See how he's explaining himself to Nigerians? At some point, he did not even know what he was saying, but it did not start with him. This people have constantly been threatened by the government, so tell me why they shouldn't fold. This entire mess started with Fikile Mbalula. At this point, no one even knows whose side he is actually on. One day you see him supporting the movement, and the next day he completely turns around and attacks Jacinta. Out of fear of international backlash and criticism on the global stage, so many of our leaders have chosen to betray their own citizens. I am going to expose every single one of them. By the time the next election rolls around, you will know exactly who your true leaders are. Jabulani, roll the next clip.
Concerns. But here we are dealing with not the face. We are dealing with a front that has been sent to destabilize the organization. And it arises in the context of contestation of the provincial conferences and regional conferences. Much and much. No, Jacob Zuma have endorsed much and much. And he have actually gone extreme and said that Mabang. His people have owned up to this membership. His Secretary General have called me and the President by name in defense of illegal activities. They have not stood up for principle. I've listened to people very well. I've listened to the King. The King is very responsible. It's very clear, the King, let government address immigration, but don't do this and that. Jacob Zuma is an elder in this country. He was a president. South Africans are failing to hold him accountable for things that he does and which happened under his watch. And he knows the difficulties of immigration that we're dealing with. And today, he's joining the fray, not responsibly, irresponsibly, as an elderly person, statesman, a man who was a president in this country. Stand up on platform and fuel violence. Mama, back. Get 30 years. Hi, my babo. How can a person who was a leader, not so long, call for violence in the country? Does he know what will happen here? Who wants this violence that is being purported here? These people don't know what they are talking about. He is supporting them for political reasons because he wants votes. There are many ways to win votes. He won votes. People followed him. He crippled the ANC, big numbers in Gauteng and KZN. He didn't do that by violence. Why will you encourage ordinary South Africans to fight other Africans who are illegal in your country? What is that going to end with? All of us, we should be looking at the state to increase its capacity to deal with this phenomenon. That's what is important. Are the issues that have been raised about illegal immigrants in our country not genuine, not real? They are real, they are truthful. We live amongst our people. I was giving you examples here. These things you know them yourselves. I'm not talking about stuff that I don't know. And then Samkele Askur, don't we think the ANC has failed South Africans in relation to this in relation to this particular matter of illegal immigration and all of that? Failure will be the simplest way of saying ANC government has actually failed. But the fact of the matter is that the matter is more complex than that. It's more complex than that, and therefore it needs to be attended to. You as the media, you are shying away from that. I don't know because you are not asking for votes. Because you need to educate society. Why do you support a man who stand on a podium and call other Africans amakweri? It's like being called a kafir. Will you agree? By a white man in the street today calling you a kafir, that will call for a revolution. There's no white man who can call me kafir in a democratic state. It's an insult. Even if he can say to me one-on-one, we will bend down and fight in the streets against that, because we know what a kafir means. It's a slavery language. Why do you allow it to be espoused by your own African brothers in the name of marching for justice in our country? What is this hatred about? That's why it is said we are xenophobes. And we have said as the ANC, South Africans are not xenophobic. And others have questioned us about it. They said that we are running away from the reality. South Africans, some are xenophobes. They hate Africans. Why do you call people names? Apartheid, when they did not like us, they called us kafirs, Negroes, nigger, whatever that it is. We have never embraced those concepts. Why today in a democratic South Africa, in the name and the blood that was shed, we allow our fellow African brothers and sisters to do this? Therefore, it cannot be done in our name. We don't have an issue with march and march. We can meet with them. We understand them, where they come from where they come from. So we must deal with that. So, have we met with march and march? March and march has been met. We have been in meetings in government where they've been there. We don't have a problem with NGOs that promote themselves around issues that organize themselves. ANC have never attacked Zuma. We have never attacked anyone. What we have raised is that you cannot take law unto your own hands, attack people, ban them, do all of those barbarian things. And we have called on the state to intervene. Because to us, the question of illegal immigration, addressing it is the role of the state, and the state alone that must address that. And where there is a collapse of the rule of law, citizens must not take the law unto their own hands. We must instead challenge the state. Now, you are fighting a just war. You are fighting a just cause. Why do you call people makwerekwere? And even call your own, who are Matsonga from here? Aswafuna mashangani la. What have Shangan people done? Vendors. With the struggle to address immigration. Immigration that leads to drug cartels that feeds drugs to our streets, which must be eradicated. Where do Shangans come in there? It's hatred. You as the media, you are shying away from that. I don't know because you are not asking for votes. Because you need to educate society. Why do you support a man? This is not animosity, it's hatred. Because we have been projected that we just hate. We think we are superior and all of that. And then I saw Ngizwe Kunu greeting a German woman and giving her nice things and flowers and all of that. And then saying that you are now no longer German, you are South African. You are welcomed. And people equally said, wow. So whites are the people, even if they are Germans, you don't consider to be illegal immigrants. It's only Africans that you attack and terrorize. And I was taken aback, and other people were saying that Africans suffer from learned helplessness. That is in tweet, quote unquote, because of our oppression. and under apartheid, we believe that white people are superior. That's just practical things that have happened around us. Are we dealing with something that is far-fetched, not real? It is real, the issue of illegal immigration. We can go out now. I make this example. I was Minister of Police.
After June the 30th. Now, there's a narrative out there propagated by those who are organizing this reckless, disruptive behavior that they are acting in the interests of our citizens, in the interests of our people. In fact, their behavior has economic, financial, human, and diplomatic costs, as we've heard from Minister Damola. So, indeed, they are acting in a way that harms our citizens, their well-being, and our national interests. It is the responsibility of government, including the law enforcement agencies, to defend our people, to defend our sovereignty, and to uphold the law, and to ensure that the country is safe and secure. So those who are involved in organizing this disruptive behavior, accompanied by violence, we've heard that there have been fatalities, will have to bear the costs of both their criminal actions, and they will also be held civilly liable. I don't know if many of them are aware that they can be held civilly liable for any injury or damage to property that is the result of their efforts at incitement. So, what we're experiencing is not costless, and that must become part of the national conversation. Thank you very much.
Made it clear that every person within our borders must be here lawfully. We have also said that responsibility for enforcing our laws rests with the state and the state alone, and that no individual may stop any person to demand documentation or proof of identity or nationality. There is no place for racism in our country, no place for sexism, for xenophobia, for Afrophobia, or any other form of intolerance. As government, we have put in place security and other measures to deal with any attempts to destabilize our country, whether by citizens or foreign nationals, and we will not tolerate any attempts to destabilize the country by anyone, whether marching or otherwise. Our security forces are ready, and those who transgress the measures that we're putting in place will definitely meet the might of the law. Thank you, Honorable Chairperson.
You can see how they've all united just to fight Jacinta. They are so terrified of her that they weaponize every single opportunity they get to launch an attack. It has honestly gotten to the point where even some arrogant journalists are trying to flex their muscles and call Jacinta names, but they forgot who they're dealing with. In one interview, a fake journalist tried to attack Jacinta on stage, and he was completely crushed until he had no choice but to apologize. Jabulani, roll the clip.
Show me that video.
You used the word wrongly.
No. Show me that video.
They
I said
must leave,
no. Show me that video. Show me that video.
Yeah, but
show me that video.
We have to be civil.
No, there's nothing to be civil about. If you're lying about me, give me the video. How? What are you talking about? Perish. When have I ever said they must perish? Show me proof.
Please.
Proof.
That's a dangerous statement, sir.
How? Because you called out political parties that don't support you. kindly list for us political parties that you think have been supportive of your campaign. And yes, the video does exist.
Show us the video. Show us the video. Show us the video.
I would like Jacinta to respond because I think we cannot have media houses here making dangerous statements.
No, let him take out.
Can you please take out the video?
Let me see the video.
Sir, from UFM. Can we ask you,
very important.
Sir,
And it's dangerous.
please show us the video.
No, we're not continuing.
No,
we want to see. Show us the video.
We want to see
Show us
the
the
video where you are alleging that Jacinta
Said they must perish.
people must perish.
Show us the
Dangerous
video.
statement.
Show us the video.
I want the media to make record of this.
Yes.
This
Show the
gentleman
video.
from UFM
No, show the
has
video.
said, and
Show
please
the
show us
video.
the
We are not
video.
continuing.
Show us the
Show
video.
us.
And then we will project it for everyone to see. As we continue.
Show the video.
Yes.
No, we're going to run it how we want. You're not going to tell us how to do it. You can't come here and say we said something.
You can't come here and make allegations that are very damning and are very cruel. And then
Do it now. Stop talking.
Show us the video. Right. Can we please proceed to the second journalist?
He's not even South African, this
Can
guy.
we give the second?
No, but give him time to show us the video.
Okay.
And let him show us the video. Wait, he must show us the video. He must show us. He must show us the video. Oh.
March and March is a vigilante group.
I take serious exception to this, honestly, to call them a vigilante group. Honestly, it's an insult
They are asking South Africans.
It's an insult to fellow South Africans who are suffering from these criminals who are in our country to call March and March a vigilante group. Honestly, I personally take serious exception to it.
So you will take responsibility for the violence, if there's any deaths, if there's any destruction to property that happens in the name of March and March, in the name of the people that support it, because you've obviously punted their message.
Why is the South African government not taking the responsibility for allowing criminal elements to make South Africa their headquarters? Why, when South Africans raise an issue about illegal immigration, you want to call them vigilante? Do you follow developments in Tshwane? You see in the Tshwane Metro Police every day how they arrest illegal foreigners.
Yeah, and also see Gareth Nisi all over the Madlanga Commission. I'm just saying that.
Moya, a few weeks ago in one of the press conferences, one of her biggest frustrations, they arrest these illegal foreigners. 3 days later, they're back in the streets.
So the illegal immigrants from wherever they come from, they must start running when you become mayor.
If they don't run, I'm gonna make them run.
All right, let me go back to my panel.
When I took over as a mayor, the level of corruption coming onto my desk was just overwhelming. That's when I decided to form that unit of group forensic.
Yeah.
Of group.
You regret bringing Sibia?
No. Listen.
Yeah.
No, listen.
This is an absolute slap on our faces. Did you just hear the ridiculous question that journalist threw at Mashaba? That is completely wrong and unacceptable. I repeat, that is totally wrong and unacceptable. But now, let's watch the only person who is capable of crushing all of them. I call her the caterpillar because she fears absolutely no one. Watch how she destroys each and every one of them completely. Jabilani, roll the clip.
Are you able to just share with us the plans for tomorrow?
See, I think tomorrow it's really a protest that's going to be seen through 7 of the 9 provinces so far. We are trying to get the Northwest on board, even though there's a bit of glitches, and the Free State as well. But so far, all the 9 provinces look to be participating in tomorrow's protest, which is a message to our government. And you can no longer label us as xenophobic for standing up for what is right. Our security is at risk. Our resources are depleted. Jobs are being taken over and replaced by cheap labor. There's a lot going on in terms of crime as well. And South Africa cannot survive trying to absorb all of these problems just to save an image that is not true.